Hello students, this is Miss Dalton, and this video is on factoring trinomials. To factor a trinomial, trinomial has three terms. We are going to use the grouping method, and so you saw a little bit of this when we had 4 terms. But when you have 3 terms, you're going to have to get it to turn into four terms so that you can use grouping. You always want to start by factoring out the GCF if there is one. And then I've written out the steps here on how to factor by the grouping method. The very first thing you're going to do is multiply the a times the c. Now the a is the coefficient of x squared. In other words, it's the number in front of x squared. And c is the constant that is by itself with no variable. You're going to make a factor tree of this value. I call this the AC chart. You're going to choose factors in the factor tree that add or subtract to b. Then you're going to rewrite the equation splitting b into these 2 factors. You're going to group the first 2 terms and then group the second 2 terms, because at that point you will have 4 terms. Then you will factor out the GCF of each of those groups, and the first factor is what happens twice, which is the factors in parentheses, and the second factor is what is on the outside of the parentheses. So let's look at an example going through these steps. All right, so let's start with this first example. X squared plus 8x plus 15. And we're going to factor this. Now, your first thing that you want to look for is to see if you have a GCF. So is there anything that I can divide out of all 3 of these terms? Well, when your first coefficient is a 1, there's probably not going to be a GCF that you can factor out unless they all have a variable in common, but that last term, 15, does not have a variable. So there is not a GCF. So then what you're going to do is you're going to multiply your A times your C. And I call making this an AC chart. Your A is the coefficient of x squared, and your C is the number that is by itself. So if I do 1 times 15, that gives me 15. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a chart of all of the factors of 15. So we have 1 times 15. We have 3 times 5, and then that's it. Well, I'm looking for the factors that add up. They have to add up to my B term, which is 8. And the 2 numbers that would multiply to give me 15 but add up to 8 are these right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to split that middle term into what you just found in that AC chart. So you're going to have 3. You are going to put your variable with it, so 3x plus 5x. The other terms just come down. So x squared, and then we have our, go ahead and put the plus there. And then we're going to bring down the 15 as well. The purpose of making that AC chart is being able to go backwards to figure out what that middle term was before we added it together. And so now we have that, and so we can group our first 2 together and group our last 2 together. And then we're looking for the GCF of each of those groups. Well, in this first group, I can divide both of those terms by an x, so I'm going to pull that to the outside and then go ahead and divide those by x. So you would have x, and then you would have plus 3. Okay? In the second group, I can divide both of those terms by 5. And so go ahead and put what you're dividing out on the outside, so plus 5, and then go ahead and divide that out. So that would be x plus 3. When you get to this step, your parentheses should match. And that's going to be your first factor. And then the second factor comes from what's on the outside. Now, something that I want to point out here, this is your answer, so that those are your factors. But what I want to point out is look at what we had in our AC chart. When we had our AC chart, the numbers that worked were 3 and 5. And notice that those numbers are in our factors. This only happens This only happens when your A value is equal to 1. Okay? So what we could do is, since our A value is equal to 1, as soon as we get these numbers right here, we can go ahead and write our factors with those numbers. But remember, that only happens when A is equal to 1. So let's look at one when that does not have an A value of 1. All right, so for this second example, we're going to factor 2x squared minus 3x minus 14. First, look for a GCF. Well, there's nothing I can divide out of 2, 3, and 14, and they don't all have a variable in common, so there's not a GCF. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my A times my C. So let's make our AC chart. Our A is 2, our C is a negative 14. When I multiply those together, I get negative 28. So we're going to write down factors of negative 28. And remember, we're looking for the ones that add up to B, which is a negative 3. Okay, so let's just list them out. Negative 1 times 28, negative 2 times 14, negative 3 does not go into that, but negative 4 does, negative 4 times 7, negative 5 doesn't, negative 6 doesn't, and then we're back at 7. So these are our factors. Now we're looking for the ones that that add up to 3. Well, to negative 3. Well, this one adds up to positive 3. If I switch the signs, they still multiply to give you negative 28, but now they add up to the negative 3, which is what I need. And so it's very important that your signs match. They have to multiply to give you this number, and they have to add to give you this number. If they don't, then you're going to get the wrong answer. So make sure you double check that. So we're going to go ahead and bring down that first term, 2x squared. And this middle term now splits into a plus 4x and a minus 7x. And that's what we got right here. You just have to remember to put your variable with it. And then we're going to bring down the minus 14. Group your first two together and group your last two. Now notice I'm putting that negative into my last group, and I'm going to show you what happens there. What can I divide out of that first group? Well, I can divide both of these by a 2x. When I divide this by 2x, I have x, and when I divide this by 2x, I just have 2. And remember to double check to make sure that it would multiply back together to give you 2x squared plus 4x. And you can always double check yourself that way. Now here, when you have a negative, you're going to pull out a negative for sure. And then look at those two terms. I can divide both of those by 7. So I'm dividing by a negative 7 because that first term is a negative. So when I pull out a negative 7, when I divide negative 7 there, I'm going to have x, and a negative 14 divided by a negative 7 is a positive 2. Notice that when you did that, your parentheses match, and they should. That is your first factor. And your second factor comes from what's on the outside, 2x minus 7. Now I want you to notice that, like in the previous example, when we had let's back up with that. In the previous example, when we had these terms right here, remember they became the factors. Well, that did not happen here, and the reason why it didn't happen is because our A value is not 1. So you have to remember that you have to go through these steps when your A value is not 1. There's not a shortcut like there was on the previous example. All right, let's look at this next example. First, look to see if you can divide something out. See if there's a greatest common factor to divide out. Well, all of these are divisible by 2, so let's go ahead and pull out a 2. If I divide all of these by 2, I'm going to have x squared When I divide this by 2, I'll have 11x. And when I divide this by 2, I'm going to have an 18, so plus 18. Okay? Now when you're factoring, when we're going to go further, we're now factoring that trinomial that is in the parentheses. So my a value is 1, and my c is 18. So I'm going to take 1 times 18, which gives you 18. And now we're going to write down our factors. We've got 1 times 18, we have 2 times 9, we have 3 times 6, and that is it. We're looking for the ones that add up to our B term, which is 11. And the ones that add up to 11 are right here. Now, notice that we do have an A value of 1. So these numbers right here are going to be our factors. So we can take that shortcut and go ahead and write down your GCF, but make 2 sets of parentheses, and your variable goes in the first position, and then these numbers right here are going to go in that second position. Okay? Now remember, this only works when A is equal to 1. If A is not equal to 1, then you need to go through the long process of factoring by grouping. All right, last one. Let's look at this last one. So we've got 10x to the third minus 25x squared minus 35x. Now, I can divide out a greatest common factor. All of these are divisible by 5. But they also all have an x in common. So I'm going to divide all of these by 5x. Now, when you divide out a 5x, you can't just throw it away. You have to put it on the outside. So when I divide the first term by 5x, I'm going to have 2x squared. Divide the second one, I'll have a minus 5x. And last one, I'll have minus 7. Now, go ahead and multiply your a times your c. My a times my c would be 2 times negative 7, which is equal to negative 14. And I'm looking for factors of negative 14 that will add up to that middle term of negative 5. So we could list them out, negative 1, 14, and I highly recommend just listing them. Like, don't try to think about what it is. Just go ahead and start listing and go in order. Start with 1, then go to 2. Negative 2 times 7. Negative 3 won't go into that. Negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, and then we're back at 7. So these are our only factors. Now, the one that adds up to negative 5, this one adds up to positive 5. So we would need to change the signs of both of them, and now they still multiply to give us negative 14, but now they're going to add up to negative 5. Now my a value is not 1, so I need to go through the steps of grouping. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring down this 5x, and I'm going to switch to brackets because we're going to have a lot of parentheses going on. So I'm going to bring down my 2x squared. And remember, we're splitting that middle term into what we just found here. So we're going to have a plus 2x, and then we're going to have a minus 7x, and then we're going to bring down the minus 7. We're grouping the first two, and then we're grouping the last two. Still bring down your 5x. I can divide out a 2x of that first group, and I'll be left with x plus 1. And in the second group, we're going to start by pulling out the negative, and both of them were divisible by 7. So if we divide by a negative 7, that's going to leave us with x plus 1. All right, so we've got our GCF. We've got our parentheses that match. That's our first factor. And then our terms that are on the outside are going to be that last factor. And here we go. Now remember, if you want, you can always multiply these back together. If you multiply them back together, you should get what you started with. So you could always do that to check your work. All right, hopefully this helped, and we will do some practice when you come to class.